What are you up to now?
Over here.
Sebastian,
It has. Glad you received my owl.
first, let me thank you for what you did.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the...
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised. How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft.
Revelio!
We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
Levioso! I know Ominous. Met him in our common room. I've noticed he uses his wand to navigate.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could... His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. I've never heard anyone else speak of it. And again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous.
Of course. Ominous spoke to me about his family when we first met.
Glad you understand. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to.
Really?
Like the blasting. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach.
A proper magical education ought to include...
My thoughts exact. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. So, to be fair, I'm admittedly partial, but you should learn it. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the targets, though. The Undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their use.
Confringo!
Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
That's it. Well done.
I have to say...
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo. I swore we'd never live it down. So this day,
The blast does heat things up.
You'll get used to it. Anne, Ominous and I used to practice down here. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same.
I'm sorry about your sister.
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what...
I shall look forward to.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't...
I'm not sure where to...
You said something was missing from what you found. Might it have something to do with Victor Rookwood? He didn't mistake you.
Nothing gets past you. I'll tell you what I can. Rookwood and
Gringotts.
Professor Fig and I wound up there after the dragon attack.
A portkey?
Well, it's all a bit convoluted.
I'm listening.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else... Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some...
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow... Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, when I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello, Ominous. I was just heading to our common room.
I've recognized that voice. You're the new fifth... Did you just come from the Undercroft?
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
Trust me, Ominous. I won't say a word. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Come and see me as soon as you can. I've returned from a rather unproductive trip to the Ministry, hoping your time has been more fruitful than mine.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello. I've heard all about you, of course.
That's nice to hear. I have had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case... You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and...
Well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbed.
Exactly. I wish, regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of Puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but anyway, To make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology.
The hidden hub.
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to say a bit of an exceptionally
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps...
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find...
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
Someone was back by the fire.
Revelio. These dry vines are one spark away from becoming king. This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Oh, Lumos. Confringo! Lumos. Seems the Devil's Snare was protecting a chest of some kind. Revelio. Confringo.
Lumos. Lumos.
Confringo. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Confringo.
Lumos.
Confringo.
Lumos.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery?
Hello, Duncan.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. I appreciate you get.
Of course. I hope...
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunking for good. This'll show Everett how. Thank you again, and thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunking for me.
Welcome. Come on in. Now, where was I? Right. Oh, yes. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Revelio. What is the reason?
They're meant to help you hone your magical skills outside. Before we plant the seed, when you're finished with them, come and see me and we'll work.
Revelio.
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
Accio. Rebellion.
Come on inside. Oh, watch yourself, though. Let's have you leave here alive.
Lumos.
You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the...
Hello.
Oh, I suppose it's my own fault for putting... By the way, Beatrice Green is the... Welcome to Dogweed and Death. Oh, if there wasn't the constant demand for antidotes, I would... Except, of course, for curses. And, well, if you've been pet... Mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there's a...
Someone died?
Aye. Fortunate, really.
I think I'll just have a...
Very well.
What do you have for sale?
Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. But your things will be safe with me, till they're sold. Then you'll have to make do with money. Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Expelliarmus! Defender! Confringo! Confringo! Potato! Incendio. Assignment's all finished. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Cursed fiends. Revelio. Incendio. Incendio. Revelio. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Confringo. Revelio. Depulso. Defendo. Confringo. Protego. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Lumos. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. Professor?
How lovely. After graduation, I was...
Oh dear.
Well, he never cared. Really cared. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut... Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a... The little beast gouged the professor's eyes.
And that's when you took over as the...
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor... Within a week, he claims by accident,
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit... Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference... He lost what little patience he had left with his resulting...
I'm glad everything worked out as it did.
Very kind of you to say. Lovely... Oh, and remember... How wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort. free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You're a natural.
Leviosa.
I did say I was sorry.
And you also went on to do the exact same thing. I wouldn't think Black would mind.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves. To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the portkey and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Greeting. Please, take your time looking about. Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Take your time looking about. Plenty of wonderful books to stoke a curious mind like yours. Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
castle must have been quite stately in its time.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio. I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Brilliant. This looks intriguing. Revelio. Confringo. Defendo. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus! Levioso! Defendo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Levioso! Defendo! Revelio. What are you doing out here?
Challenging you to a game of Summoner's Court. I think it's time you faced a real... Summoner's Court isn't just a game. It's a battle of skill.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. We should have bet a few gap. Care to go again?
Another time, perhaps.
Can't say I blame you. Bit of good luck.
Come now, Leander. There's no need for that.
Fine, you're good. But I'll let the others know you're good enough.
The others?
I lost 7 matches in a row to the others who placed.
Chin up, Leander. Keep practicing.
I suppose you're right. I'll let the others know that your metal's been tested.
did you get on with those tasks?
Madam
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your...
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up. If Black ever permits Quidditch. Well, with those tasks out of the way, pay attention to your wand work. Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
Glacius!
There you go! Keep on quick!
Depulsor! Defender! Confringo! Brilliant.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Perhaps a hybrid.
I've finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thrive. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done. If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just mind the plants, please.
Professor, I was wondering...
Oh, how nice of you to ask. Well,
Accio! Flipendo! Incendio! Confringo!
yes, the greenhouse won't keep itself in order without a nudge from me.
Perfect. Target practice.
Intriguing place.
Over here.
We're not alone. Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate...
I believe you.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our...
Revelio.
Quickly now. Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
Petrificus Totalis.
Well done.
Revelio.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so. There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
Petrificus
Why
Totalis.
is it grapple you are? One less.
Confringo.
Expelliarmus. Defendo. Leviosa.
Put me down!
I work with you. Oh, you think you're so clever. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Defendo.
I know. Defendo.
Leviosa. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Glacial. Confringo. Confringo. Revelio.
Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
I will draw blood.
Bring that. Leviosa!
Why don't you come up here and fight? You are postponing the announcement!
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Flipendo! Incendio! Exposo! Confringo!
Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough...
Revelio.
I'll be back at the castle.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say San Bakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter, though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber.
Revelio.
A reservoir of ancient magic, downstairs, near the entry.
Revelio.
I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. That must have done something. Best have a look around. More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
Revelio.
These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time.
Confringo. Accio. Defender. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Cabalso.
These look familiar.
Accio. Flipendo. Accio.
Was it Accio I used before?
Accio.
What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should examine things from both sides of the archway. More statues.
Confringo. Defender. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Leviosa. Flipendo. Defender. Incendio. Confringo. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Depulso. Defender.
Not making this easy on me.
Revelio.
I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where?
Depulso. Accio.
Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides.
Accio.
What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different. I need to see how the light changes when I move in and out of the archway. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge.
Accio.
sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform. I'll never get used to these floors.
Revelio. Incendio. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Expelliarmus! Flipendo! Confringo! Incendio! Accio! Flipendo! Confringo! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Defendo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Confringo! Incendio! Defendo! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Glacius! Confringo! Defendo! Leviosa! Confringo! Flipendo! Glacius! Repulsor! Defendo! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Confringo! Defendo! Confringo! Leviosa! Expelliarmus!
What a relief.
Revelio!
Another pensive.
Revelio!
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
'Tis agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to the map chamber.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir. And this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.